Here's a new Luth Tube video. This is a 1949 Gibson J200 that's been in some trouble over the years. Sometime in the mid-60s, somebody removed the original mustache bridge and put the modern Gibson J200 bridge, which had a tune-o-matic bridge in it and anchors in the bridge pad. They also replaced the bridge pad with a huge piece of wood. In 2010, the guitar went to the Gibson repair shop and a new bridge was put on it. The top was refinished. The anchor holes were plugged. I don't know about the bridge plate. The one here now is really big. I suspect that was the one that was in it when Gibson got it, and like me, they were afraid to take it out. It came to me for repair because the bridge was lifting along the back side, and on the base curl of the mustache there was a hump in the spruce and a little crack. When I probed around inside, I found that the bridge plate was loose right at the very edge where it's touching the X-brace, and the X-brace was loose right next to it where it meets that side brace. It was a small amount, but just enough to let that spruce pull up and cause that hump. It was very hard to reach into and get at the right angle to probe it too. There's another look at that big bridge pad. I took a long piece of acrylic, cut a round circle in it to fit around the mustache, put some transferite low-tack tape on the body, and mapped out the braces. That's my exterior call. Then I made a dry run of the clamping setup, both outside and inside. Here's a brace gluing wedge. You can pump glue through it and it can slide in between the top and the brace into a hole and pump some glue in there. This one is made of steel. It's not like the ones that StewMac sells today, because I wanted to be able to maneuver it with a magnet from the outside. It's shorter than the one StewMac sells, and I still have a lot of the StewMac ones too, but this is sort of a favorite. It's got a lip on the front of it that stops it from going any further into the brace than you want, so it doesn't just poke out the other side and squirt glue all over the guitar. Here's how I load the wedge. I inject the glue into the wedge, not through a long hose. That would take too much glue and air pressure. I get enough glue going down in there that'll do the job. Then I'll clean it off real well and dry it. Then I put a piece of masking tape over the slot so the glue just comes out the end, like that. I found it hard to get my wrist in a good position to get glue to the joints, so I took the glue hose and put it through the sound hole and ran it through the end block, through the hole where the jack was. And there I connected it to an aquarium pump, which would inject the glue where I wanted it to go. Then I clamped it up. I clamped it several times, taking the clamps off so I could clean up the glue, and then clamped it for good and let it dry for 24 hours. I always spend the time to clean the parts really carefully so I can use it many, many times. My gluing call is one I made years ago, patterned off of another mustache bridge. I made it out of polyester, Bondo, and wood, and took a mold of the bridge so it really pressed down the mustache well. It works great. Actually, I've forgotten that I had it. I was just about to glue it up when I remembered. Thanks for watching.